Listen, man, all them
Help him
grifters
get
down there.
some real estate with DJ Inmate.
Hey, all
Oh,
them grifters
so
down there. I'm gonna
so
get it popping.
well, let's just out the gate.
Have hijacked and kidnapped DJ Envy. Envy, don't worry, he'll be back. But I'm with my man Caesar right now. I said, Caesar, you got to show me the gold mines that surround me. So I grew up here. We're on Martin Luther King. We right in Adamsville. I grew up in these apartments doing some things that should have got my ass locked up forever. But now I'm here today learning how to invest. So Caesar, what we got?
28-unit building.
28-unit building.
Looks like a home run to me. 28 two bedrooms, townhouse style.
Yup.
We see opportunity down here.
See opportunity.
That's all we see.
And we're not going to pay a lot of money for it.
Oh, no, that's key. Under market value.
That's what I'm learning from him. Guys like Kenny, shout out, appreciate y'all. And I'm about to go ride around, look at some more shit. Yeah.
But what'd you say, Geechee? That's not an endorsement, right?
So, Mike, if you listening, I want you to know
Ugly.
I'm not with these two brothers on the screen right now. They don't got enough money for me to care about their problems. So because I'm in solidarity with my brother Mike, I'm gonna read an official statement from Mike. He says, a mutual friend told me I should meet him. So I did. We did no business. I never endorsed him. And if you watch the video, I just looked at some shit he showed me and got up out of there. So I don't know what Jared or Diallo or none of these cats talking about. I just know my brother Mike,
the lames,
is all right.
He said they were going to look at more property.
He said
no, that was acting, brother. You got to know what acting is. I thought you was in drama class when you was in school.
No, I wasn't in drama class. I lettered in theater. I got a varsity letter in theater.
My bad.
Yeah, read my bio, man.
Nobody is surprised. That is the most underwhelming claim ever, or statement of fact ever. But no, he said he did. That wasn't an endorsement. It was just a home run. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Oh, good morning, everybody.
So have y'all watched any of those court doc? I mean, read any of those court docs?
Oh, this is great. Diallo Thello. Shout out to Wise the Dome TV. Thanks for having us on. Big shout out.
I never played Othello, but I did play Puck in A Midsummer's Night Dream. That's the only Shakespeare I ever did.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right on.
But this was the 90s. This is when black theater was popping, so no self-respecting theater actor was messing with Shakespeare too tough. That was during the black theater renaissance of the early 90s.
Wow. Right.
But did any of y'all read Caesar's court documents though?
No, I can't. I honestly, I haven't been able to stop laughing long enough
so
to wipe the tears out my eyes and read on this too tough.
I just listened to the statements. DJ Envy and Big Pun's statement.
Big Pun. Who was calling him Big Pun? Who did that?
Ashley Larry started him.
Ashley
Larry, he started with.
You mean lesser charge?
No, he was with the other one. Well, no, the one who was on the show. He was joking with.
Oh no, that's lesser charge Leonard. I'm sorry.
Lesser charge. Yeah. But so this is an opportunity where you see our celebrity worship get us got, right? So they scamming us, but he pretty much used what's that guy named? DJ Lesser Charge? No, not DJ Lesser Charge. DJ Inmate. They use his celebrity to get people to invest, rather it be people with money, people with a little bit of money. But in the court documents, they're not even using Envy's name. They're just saying well-known disc jockey, and they call him Individual A throughout the document, right? And so
but he's not being charged with anything, right? He's
well,
no,
not
he's
yet.
Cooperating.
Yeah, because he's cooperating, but he's well in play with the game, right? So, for instance, they had a property on Manchester Avenue in Paterson, New Jersey, right? And Caesar paid for this property. He paid $140,000 for this property, right? and he brought that property in April 2019, April 4th, 2019. From July 2019 all the way up to April 2023, he's receiving investments from people to renovate the house, remodel the house, and all these other things. All the way up into from 2019 all the way to 2023. He received $5 million in investments, right? And then once October came, or as of October 16, 2023, he sold that same house for 550 bands. Ain't nobody get their money. So what they doing is they keep doing that. They'll buy a house. They'll convince people that, oh, you can invest in the house, whatever. And there's some people who actually getting into each house, right? There's one guy, they call him victim number one. He invests in the first house and he invests in the second house. He ain't getting no money. So they just keep doing that. What they're doing again, so they buy this cheap ass house in the hood, like he did with Killer Mike on Adams Run, and then they'll tell people through DJ Envy that this is an investment opportunity, and people just keep investing in them. So each time he's getting like $3 million, $6 million off of investments, and nobody's really getting the money.
Well, I did watch his recent live stream, that is Cesar Pena's live stream, where he talked about how Envy is not guilty of anything, how Envy was, though he also said that Envy's recent claim through his lawyer that he himself is a victim, that is Envy, and that he himself, Envy, lost 500,000. Pena says it's not true. He said he was his partner,
right?
But that they had only one lawsuit before Tony the Closer created this storm of controversy, inviting everyone else to come try to get a piece of the lawsuit pie.
Right.
So
Pause.
like I'm just playing. And all seriously, in all jokes aside, just for a quick second, I don't mean at all to make light of people getting ripped off, even if they are believing in the Ponzi scheme of capital investment. I don't like that Killer Mike's response to his former neighborhood is to go back with investment dreams to try to become an equal opportunity exploiter of his former community.
Right.
I don't like people
trap landlord.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. So I don't want anybody to mistake my childish humor at enjoying.
But can we say something? Because
go ahead. I just wanted to clear. I just needed to. But
you're a bleeding heart. You're a bleeding heart.
Yes.
We have to know that the people who fell for this scheme were also trying to exploit.
That's exactly what I said.
People who put the money up were also got scammed while they were trying to become slumlords. And engaging in slumlord and gentrification and hyper exploitation of depressed communities. And even if you look at their promotional videos where he's standing next to some notable public figure, celebrity, they would go to literally depressed areas. And this is happening. What's going on? What he was doing illegally is happening legally in my community right now. In my community, where the upper end prices, when I first moved into this neighborhood, the high end houses, the most expensive houses, maybe $230,000, and now just 2 weeks ago, $1 million house went on sale just a few blocks from me, and people are being taxed and priced out of their own homes. So these victims are failed victimizers.
So I hear that, but and sure, to the extent I'm a bleeding heart, what I am sensitive to, I admit that, is the structural inducement that results in people thinking that further victimization of their fellow community is a pathway to advancement. So so that's why so much of my focus has become just that how are these messages being developed and generated? Ultimately, they do emanate from the most white, right, capitally infused segments of society, and are disseminated through Black interlocutors, through Black pundits, news, media, and entertainment as a psychological warfare mechanism. So all I'm saying is I'm just, because of my focus on it, I recognize why people would be invited out of the conditions they're in to think this is a pathway and to think this is acceptable. That said, I do agree with you. They are invited. This is part of what some of my comrades at one point wrote some years ago in the discussion of auto-colonialism. This is how it is performed. But so yeah, that's it.
And as far as their community, if you look at the coverage, these people did not live in they didn't live in Patterson, New Jersey. They didn't live in the slums of Atlanta. These are rich and upper middle class people that lived in Florida. And
I thought Flippin' NJ was from the hood in Jersey and went to prison and learned how to do real estate.
They were actually not local people. Many of those investors were from out of town or would be engaged what we call around here absentee landlords, where much of the real estate that's being bought up here hold lots of land and are being bought sight unseen by foreign investment firms. The landlord game has gone multinational. So many of the investors do not live and do not reside within the state, let alone the community where they were robbed by Caesar Pena. So a lot of this is capitalist on capitalist crime.
But hold on, because like they said, he said he was in his old neighborhood.
Right, but does he live there? That's not his community. My old
it used to be
is not my current community.
He said my old neighborhood.
Look at
what
the
Diallo
power
said.
of prayer and
troll.
faith.
Not Diallo. I'm sorry. Geechee's a troll. Geeche is a
troll. So that was the thing though. My point was I knew Diallo was going to say that. I knew Diallo was going to say that, but envy.
Let me know when to unmute
is way in. What happened? Oh yeah, like envy is way in.
Let me know when to unmute it.
Okay, envy is way in, and Killer Mike, as he said, I used to do illegal shit here and sell the drugs and blah blah blah, and now I'm flipping. Like they well in, so I'm very comfortable not calling them victims at this point as well. They might not be at the top of the food chain.
Capitalist crime, right?
And why is Yamanika not on comedy hype as much anymore? Geeche, are you falling into a delay again? Yeah, Yamanika. That's she used to be on. She was on Comedy Hype as one of her and Pierre. I don't and Capone. I don't see them on there as much anymore. Is it because she was talking trash about our boy here?
You guys see that?
Because this was funny. This was funny.
Live in a house in New Jersey or some shit like that.
No, I'm not a realtor.
Houses.
I buy houses, I fix them, and I rent them out. I'm not a realtor. I'm trying to encourage people to buy homes and to
You should become a realtor.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out because then you got the home and you try to make money off the home. And you making money off the home.
Yes, ma'am.
So you selling the homes.
I'm selling rooms or apartments. I'm keeping it.
SROs.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. So
you the slumlord. So you got 4 families worth of niggas living under one roof? Oh my God. Does the government know?
I'm trying to encourage people to buy homes and to invest in themselves so they can always have property instead of continue to rent.
By investing in you and putting money in your pocket. Let's not act like you not making money. I'm just to the point I was making is you making money, right?
I'm doing it the right way without getting got.
But they got to get got by you before they don't get got.
Tell it like it is.
But hey, at the end of that clip is when actually Larry called him Big Pun. He was like,
"Oh, there was more to that. I cut it off early. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Hold on."
He said, "Envy, you still walking around with Big Pun selling houses?"
That's where I heard it. Okay, hold on. That's not funny. Stop it.
I buy houses, I fix them and I rent them out. I'm not a realtor. I'm trying to encourage people to buy homes and to create.
You should become a realtor.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out because then you got
How
the home,
often do
and you
gems
trying to
like
make
this
money off the
happen on
home,
this show?
and you
Do
making
I
money
really
off
need
the
to
home.
watch it?
Yes, ma'am.
So you selling the homes?
I'm selling rooms
You-
or apartments. I'm keeping it.
SROs.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. So
you the slumlord.
I'm
When
doing
you
it,
got
doing it,
4
doing it.
families worth of niggas
man.
living under one roof?
Oh,
my God. Does the government know?
I'm trying to
Everything that you've
encourage
done-
people to buy homes and to invest in themselves so they can always have property instead of continue to rent.
By investing in you and putting money in
No.
your pocket. Let's not act like you not making money. I'm just to the point I was making is you making money. Right?
I'm doing it the right way without getting got.
But they got to get got by you before they don't get got.
He going to jail. He going to jail.
With Caesar. Now, this is the 3-family home that you guys see that we purchased a while ago. And we actually doing something. We're making it bigger. Now, how are we making this bigger now?
Well, right now, the square footage was kind of small. We only had 2 bedrooms. So, right now...
Son, when I say that,
What's the name of
big
it?
pun?
No.
Will you be out there selling houses with big pun, son?
Yo, shout out to Caesar, man.
Every time I see you doing something, you flipping a house in New Jersey or some shit like that.
No, I'm not a realtor.
houses.
I
but you're
buy
flipping-
houses, I fix them,
All right,
and I
that's
rent
the
them out.
beginning,
I'm not a realtor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
But as you can see him, selling the house, and that's what's happened. So again, Caesar, he'll buy a house. So the second house they did was in 2018. He bought that for 225 bands, and then after those commercial with Envy's saying, "Hey, we invest in remodeling," he makes up to $3 million on that. He sells the house. Him and Envy keep the money, and then the people who invest don't get no damn money. So they kept doing that. They kept doing that. And you can see Envy obviously know what the fuck he know what he doing. Envy know exactly what he doing. He might not can be smooth like Caesar, but he know exactly what he doing.
Well,
Oh.
Geach.
Wait a minute. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I got distracted by something in the chat. My apologies. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I tell you something else that should have been a red flag? In all the videos that are trending, because now everybody's going to the archives to pull. Every house is dilapidated. They never show a finished product. It's always a dilapidated house. They about to that they are on the verge of. They're about to. You see the when he was with inmate when he's standing there with
Kelly.
Oh boy, every house is dilapidated.
Right.
We can't have no before and after. We can't have no reality show reveal like the home remodeling show reveals. Why is every property he's standing in front of in a state of dilapidation? Because I think a lot of the work didn't get done.
No,
I think you talk about the finished properties, but many of those properties they didn't even go as far as to rehab them.
but I don't even think those properties that he sold was finished. I think he probably like sold it as is, and maybe made one renovation to it. But also, what I think he was
They
doing
didn't even flip the houses; they just pocketed the money.
Yeah. But I think what was probably happening real slick by Caesar, they said that he used to like mess up the contract. So they had typographical errors in it. And so the property's address might be wrong and all that other shit. And so when they do get caught, all Caesar got to say is, well, you should have checked the paperwork, the mistake we made. Caesar going to take the money, but the people who invest because of those typographical errors, they ain't going to get their money. And Caesar, in his mind, going to be clear. So again, them cats know exactly what they was doing. And Envy name is not on the document, but this well entertained or well known DJ is on there as
and again but again I can't get away from wanting, after the jokes and all of the fun or whatever, or even after some of the serious critique, to be put right back on the table. They are platformed by white wealthy capital to say all of this, to promote all of this, to engage in all of this. Envy has grown up from back when we were listening to his mixtapes to be invited into the most corporate elite media spaces because he will do this and he was taught to do this. So I'm not absolving him. I'm not saying he didn't know what he was doing. I'm not saying he's not a grown man and this, that, and the third, but there is there are inducements to this. There is a structural path or pipeline for this. And if he tried to do anything other than this, maybe other than directly engaging in a scam himself, he would not be there anymore. He would have been long ago replaced. So I think it's a little bit when particularly when some of the more mainstream and liberal faces and forces start being, engaging these issues, they leave that part out and only want to point to the rapper and the DJ and the hustler.
Yeah.
Or in layman's terms, they're bottom feeders. There are people much more powerful, much more influential,
right,
outside of the spotlight that do this shit and get away with it. The only thing worse than a real estate scammer or legitimate real estate multinationals and what they call it, venture capitalists.
Mm-hmm.
That again, like I said, almost like in Hyde Park, a neighborhood, I can't afford to live in here in Chicago. They say almost 70% of the rental properties is owned by one conglomerate.
Yeah.
One multinational conglomerate where a big part of the so-called owners aren't even U.S. citizens. Not that I'm saying, I'm not going ADOS, that foreign interests, but these are not foreign interests. They're not overseas.
No.
Sustenance farmers. These are oil oligarchs and other oligarchical and even national interests outside that never set foot in the United States, that own big swaths of land and again rental properties here. So it's insane that they're getting in trouble because the kind of shit you can get away with illegally is obscene. So like, goddamn, just
so
the kind of.
I think we focus on Umar not returning people money or the product, but Caesar is damn near worse than Umar. Like he been doing it for four damn years. But also like, so
at least with Umar, if you go to an Umar lecture outside of the homo transphobia and the patriarchy and some of that stuff, you will get some gems on the pathway to the grift.
No. Dr. Fubar is far more worse.
But what
I
no, you're probably right. No, you're right.
Yeah,
that's my general critique because he's rebranding Revolution. You're right.
And he's scamming people. That's Caesar scamming some people with some money.
That's right.
But also I want to say this, like
it ain't just about the money. It's about the ideology. I think it is more obscene to being a bottom feeder slumlord is pretty much on the surface. They never, even though DJ Envy had some weak rhetoric about, he's trying to help other people get rich. I think it's less offensive to lie about helping somebody get rich than lie about helping somebody get liberated.